When the Monkees recorded I'm a Believer in 1966, Tim Tebow wasn't born. Neither was Eli Manning. The first Super Bowl had yet to be played. Yet, I can't help but think that somehow this song was meant to be the anthem for the seasons they have had. I've been humming it all week because I'm a believer in our New York Football Giants and in Tim Tebow. Plus, it's really catchy. Welcome to A Fan Divided. I'm Holly Mandillo. I have to admit, I've gotten a little caught up in Tebow mania. Everyone is trying to figure out why he's so popular. Some of it may have to do with religion. Some may have to do with the drama and it all. But I think most of it is that we have all, at one time or another in our lives, thought that we weren't good enough, been told that we weren't good enough. And here is Tim Tebow, who no one thought was good enough, and he's out there every week proving them wrong. Sure, some of it may be luck, some of it may be divine intervention, but most of it is pure will, and that has to be admired. Watching the game on Sunday, I didn't want to actively root for or against anyone. I have lots of friends who were Steelers fans, but sometimes I couldn't help myself. For instance, during our game, when Nix took that pass all the way for the touchdown, I yelled, I screamed, I jumped up and down. But there's a chance that I screamed a little louder, jumped a little higher, when Demaryius Thomas took Tim Tebow's first pass in overtime all the way in for the win. What can you do? Sometimes it's hard not to root for the man. But back to our game, and our man, Eli Manning. If you think about it, Eli and Tim aren't all that different. Sure, they have different styles, demeanors, and, sorry Tim, when you're discussing raw talent, they are very different. Also, Eli entered the league with high expectations. Being the other Manning brother, the expectations were stacked on him a mile high. But they have both had their fair share of non-believers and found ways to ignore them and rise above. Eli Manning has been having a career year. Maybe not the year Aaron Rodgers has had, numbers-wise, and maybe not the year Tim Tebow has had, media frenzy-wise, but still, it's been one heck of a year, and I for one don't see any reason why it should come to an end this Sunday. A few weeks ago, we wondered what would happen if the Giants met the Packers in the playoffs. Remember? Of course, the Giants and the Packers can't meet in the Super Bowl. Nevertheless, I wouldn't want to be the still undefeated Green Bay Packers if we happen to meet again in the playoffs for what would be the rematch of rematches at Lambeau, where it will most likely be 7 below. I'm just saying, stranger things have happened. Well, they're not undefeated anymore, and it's going to be more like 20 degrees instead of 7 below, but that's still cold, and the Giants still have nothing to lose. Last time, we were one defensive stop away from sending that game into overtime, so if the defense can play as well as they did against Atlanta, who knows? Stranger things have happened. Tim Tebow is living proof. So let's go Giants. And why not? Let's go Broncos! I'm a believer. And until next time, I'm Holly Mandillo, and I am A Fan Divided.